Okay, so you are looking to buy a home here in the Houston area, but you're trying to figure out if this Houston housing market is even for you. Well, listen, I'm Shadrya Patton. I'm going to give you the 5 statistics that you got to know if you are looking to buy a home in the Houston area. All right, so now the first statistic that you got to know is called the Market Action Index. So, as of May the 5th of 2023, the Market Action Index in the Houston area is at 42. It was actually at 40 I think it was April the 12th was the last time we talked about this. It was there at 40. So now here is I'm going to show you guys the 5-year chart so that y'all can see that for the Market Action Index. Here's the 5-year chart for it so that you can just kind of see the trends of how everything has went. Let's get that right for you. All righty. So number 2, the second item that you guys got to know if you want to know about this Houston real estate market, you want to be looking at the median list price. Now, the median list price in Houston as of May the 5th is sitting at $376,000. It was actually at $375 on April the 12th when we talked about this the last time. So now let's go and look at what that chart looks like. I was actually on it at first. So you can kind of see the ups and the downs and the peaks back in April of 2021, as well as you can kind of see where it stands right now. We're like slowly going up, but you never know. It's the summertime, so you do kind of expect for it to go up. Alrighty. Okay, so number 3, the third statistic that you got to know if you're trying to move to Houston or even sell your home, you want to be considering the average and the median days on the market. Now, the average days on the market as of March the 5th is at 94 days on the market. It was actually at 95 on April the 12th. The median days on the market has stayed the same. It's 56 now, and on April the 12th, it was also at 56. So let's look at what that has looked like. We're just going to look at it let's just look at the average days on the market so we can see what it has been looking like. All righty, here we go. So you can see like back in 2018, it was a little bit higher. You were kind of sitting anywhere from between like 120 to maybe even 140-ish sometimes. And then of course, around the COVID time, everything went down. We are back up right now, but we're still not as high as we were like pre-pandemic levels. So I think we're doing pretty good. All right, so those were the first 3 housing statistics that you need to know if you are looking to move to Houston. Navigate to this link on the screen so that you can be notified about this Houston real estate market. Let's put it on the screen. There you go. There you go. There's the link for you. It is the bit.ly link, Houston Housing Stats, and that'll keep you up to date. You can even go in that link and you can put in your zip code or put in a zip code that you're thinking about moving to. And you can even change different zip codes through there, or you can just comment your zip code in the description below, and or in the comments below, and I will give you some information about your market. Okay, so the 4th statistic that you got to know if you are trying to move around this Houston real estate market is inventory. Let's go look and see what inventory has looked like as of May the 5th of 2023. Now, typically around the springtime, we do kind of expect for inventory to be up kind of crazy, but inventory currently is listed on May the 5th. It's listed at 4575. That's our number. It was actually only 4521 on April the 12th. Again, you do expect for it to be up in the spring. Even though buyers came back in the spring, sellers really haven't come back the way we expected them to come back. Now, June is considered the peak season, so you're going to have even more buyers coming back, and I see it as well. So if you're thinking about selling, this is a good time to go with it. Let's look and see what it's been doing over the last 5 years. Alrighty, so here's inventory. You can kind of see around 2018 where it typically was. 2022, we already know interest rates were low, low, low. And so that's why there wasn't a whole lot of inventory, because everybody was like buying up everything. Investors were coming in hot. Everybody was buying. And so now we're kind of normalizing. And this is where our inventory is right here. We are hoping that it goes up, but it has not been going up, even though we're pretty much already in May, about to hit June pretty soon. All right, so let's move on to the fifth key statistic that you got to know if you are trying to move to Houston. That is properties with a price decrease. That is at 34%. And it was also at 34% when we last talked about this on April the 12th. So not much movement there at all. This is basically the percentage of like active listings that are doing a price reduction. And the reason that these sellers are doing a price reduction is because their home has stayed on the market longer than they wanted them to stay on there. Therefore, they reduce the price to kind of notify everybody, as well as just to bring more buyers in. So maybe people overlooked it initially, and this is their way of getting them back. Let's see what this has looked like over the last 5 years. What it look like. Okay, here you go. You can kind of see it goes up, down, up, down. Nothing drastic here, but you do see also the properties with the price decrease around that April 2021 during the COVID times. It was really low, and so then we kind of went up much higher around, looks like about December-ish or so, and that's obviously November. December is when the rates started going up a little bit higher. Alrighty, so let's stop sharing that. Okay, so again, do not forget to comment your zip code if you are looking to purchase a home in the Houston area. That way you can kind of stay up to date about what's happening in this market. All right, so because I'm selling Houston, you know I got to give you a tip of the week. So my tip of the week is for sellers. If you are even thinking about selling, now is a good time. Why? Because one, inventory is low, and then number two, buyer traffic is up. It really is up. So there is this index called the showing time showing index that basically compiles all of the showings that are happening across the nation. It compiles them and it tries to group them up by per month, per year, all of that. Now these are showings that are happening on active listings. They grouping these by region and all of that. So we're going to look at just the February data because that's the one that I put up. Now, look at this chart right here. Okay, so this chart right here is just for February, over the last 6 Februarys from 2018 to 2023. You can see that 2021 and 2022 was crazy high. But why was that high? That's because it was COVID. Interest rates were lower, right? So that's why that's high, and that's why that's in green. But the blue ones, of course, you see 2023, it's already up to 201, right? And then from 2018 to 2020, you can see it was lower. So we're still, this year alone, in February of 2023, we had more showings this year than we did 2019, 2020, as well as 2018. Buyers still have that purchase bug. Everybody's trying to increase wealth. They're all trying to buy homes. And so we need to have these homes for them, honestly. So now, the other thing that I want you guys to be looking at is this particular chart that is only 2022 and 2023. Is giving you year or month over month what the showings have been looking like in the last 12 months. So here's the traffic. You're in February 2022, obviously it was up higher, and I told you guys that's when that's when all of the interest rates were a little bit lower. And then around, what is that, September, October, you see it kind of going down. And then all of a sudden in January, even though we still got higher interest rates, the traffic went up. Buyer traffic went up. More people are wanting showings. More people are wanting to see these homes. And then February 201. All right. So basically, if you're looking to sell your house, like we're basically seeing that all these buyers are still wanting to sell. So you should be considering getting your house together. I want you guys, if you're even thinking about it, connect with me via the contact information in here, or you can just download my buyer guide here on the screen. or the seller guide actually. Download the seller guide if you're thinking about selling your home, and then it'll give you some information, but then also you can just text me or email me at any time, and I will help you to go through the process, and we can talk about your specific zip code, neighborhood, and all of that, or even if you just want a free CMA, I got you. Again, I'm Shadrya Patton with JPAR Real Estate. Please subscribe, hit the like button and the bell icon to be notified about new videos on moving and shaking around Houston.